Hello everyone, Little Geeky here, I hope you're all doing well. So, something happened. I had filmed and done my commentary for day 17, and as I was editing it, there was a power cut, which then made me lose the video as well as the client work. It had corrupted, which I was so gutted about because I was almost done with both. I tried to recover the files, but there were power surges and I ended up just, oh god, it was just a mess. And then during one of those power surges, I tripped and fell right onto my right wrist, which I've had issues with in the past. So not only did I lose a full video, I also then lost the ability to make any more videos or do any client work I ended up having to rest up for a week actually. I thought it wouldn't be that long. So I'm really sorry that I've had to do one of these like collage videos, because I knew I wouldn't be able to play as long or record as much because it was just hurting. It's fine now, I didn't break anything, but it just, it wasn't a good time. So instead, since I knew I'd only be able to play for a certain amount of time, I wanted to play the game as productively as possible. So that meant completing the KK project and getting the 3-star rating on our island. I spoke to Isabel and she suggested that we should increase the population on our island. So that's exactly what I did. I went over to Tom Nook and spent more bells, obviously, because that's what Tom Nook wants. And I set up some land to sell for future villagers. I did try and line it up with Sky's house, but once I'd put the plot down, I realised I hadn't lined it up correctly. I actually got myself a Nook Miles ticket there and then, hopped on a plane, and got a brand new island that I hadn't actually visited before. And also I got this really, really adorable villager. So of course I invited her straight away to the island, and that was it. One plot sold, many more to go. We had also at this point unlocked the amiibo option at the resident services, where you can use a Animal Crossing amiibo card or figure and invite them to your town. And so I scanned in Fauna because she is one of my favourites and was one of my first in my New Leaf town, and just stayed until the very end. Now I did invite her the day before this, but that footage corrupted. But also as well, she asked for a grass standee cutout, which I didn't have. So instead of going, yes, I'll make it for you, I just said no. But if you do actually just say yes and you don't have the recipe, they will actually give you the recipe, which I wish I'd known about. So please learn from my mistake. If a villager at a campsite asks you to make something that you don't have, just say yes and they'll give you the recipe straight away. Dough. Sadly, they won't just move in after the first day and after you've made something. They do need a little bit of convincing. It does take 3 days. I'm not too sure if it's 3 days back to back, but I did it 3 days back to back. I ended up making her a cutting board. I think it was a rocking horse, I didn't record that. And I also made her a natural square table. After this, she said on the 3rd day that she would really like to move here. So I said yes, obviously I would love her to move here because that's the reason I've been inviting her. I had put down a plot of land before going to talk to her, so when she popped over to resident services and came back, she said that they were happy to have her and she was going to move in. So there was another villager on my island, and both of them are really cute so far. It was time to get my 9th villager, but island hopping did not go well. I saw this chicken and honestly I didn't even talk to her. And then I found this frog named Drift. I then called it a night because my wrist was hurting. And then Jakey from my friend's island moved over, which I was a bit gutted about. But my friend Bakura Cat let me fly over to her island because she had Audie moving out, which I really wanted her because she is brand new to New Horizons. I only spoke to her a couple of times and then she wanted to move in, so I was happy with that. While I was recruiting different villagers to live on our island, we had some special visitors. First one was Label, who's the sister of Mabel and Sable, the Able sisters, and she's travelling around gathering fashion inspiration. This time she asked us for a fairy tale look and gave us a top to help, but I sadly didn't have much in my wardrobe and there wasn't much in the shop either. I thought she'd give me a dress, turns out it was just a top, so I had to go and quickly run and put some shorts on. I think I did okay. She did reward me with a tailor's ticket which I can spend in the Able sisters, worth 3,000 bells I think, and she also gave us a piece of her fashion line which is really cool. We also had another older character, Kix, return to the town. He appears once a week, I think once you've got the Able Sisters shop there, and sells bags, which you wouldn't get in Able Sisters, as well as some shoes and socks. And finally we had CJ, who's a brand new character who replaces Chip from the older games. He's all about fishing, so if you get him on your island, sell him all your rare fish because he will buy them for a lot more than Timmy and Tommy will. We also had to decorate and jazz up the island with some items and some flowers and trees, etc. So I spent some of my Nook Miles tickets and got some DIY recipes as well as some items and just placed them around the island. I wasn't too happy with where everything was and it looked a little bit meh, but apparently that was enough to get us a 3-star rating and to get KK Slider himself to come and perform on our island. So we all gathered in the Resident Services Plaza and he started singing the new song, which is from New Horizons. So even though I had hurt my wrist and was struggling to do anything, I had been able to get to the point where we, quotations, completed the game. We had completed the KK project. So you might now be wondering, well, what do we do now? Well, after KK appears on your island and you get the 3-star rating, Tom Nook will come to your house and he will give you a brand new app for your phone, which I was so excited to get, and it is the Island Designer, which lets you terraform the island and also add paths to the island, which, oh, I was so glad about. This does sadly end the daily videos I'll be doing, well, daily, but showing the daily progression and my day-to-day life on my Animal Crossing island. This doesn't mean the videos will be ending though. I wanted to originally get to a point where I could terraform and do paths and then take a step back from daily uploads and just work on the idea process and the development of the island. So I'll be doing videos showing the development of Island Kyoshi, so this isn't the last. They just won't be as regular as they have been. I really want to thank you all for joining me on this journey. I think we all needed a little escape from everything that's going on right now, and I think Animal Crossing for me certainly did that, as well as producing these videos, and it was really fun. I had a laugh and I hope you guys did too. They were really fun to edit, something different to edit, and just to share my love of Animal Crossing, to be honest. I've been a big fan since I played the original GameCube one back in 2004, so it was fantastic to share my love, my passion, my sometimes my anger on it. But I do want to thank you all for joining me on this, and I will see you soon on Island Kyoshi. I hope you all stay safe, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!